So I wanted to give you a little head start on working in MyMathLab. So this video is going to be an introduction to how to use MyMathLab. I have a link on my web browser you'll see here so that I can just go right to the MyMathLab website. The instructions are in the registration instruction document that I sent to you, and we'll talk about it in class also. But if you want to get started now, this is where you sign in. So you'll have a username and password. Use your same one if you've used MyMathLab before. And then you're going to come to this place where you have the tile that's for your course. So this course is Spring 17, Math 12. CRN is the Sierra College course number 41642. And then MyMathLab has a course identifier, Hill 89597. So that's the Sierra College course number and the MyMathLab course ID. So once you're in the course, these are the buttons you'll see. This one with this little symbol means only I can see this one, so you don't see one called Course Tools, but you'll arrive at the course home page. Is always where you will go when you log in to MyMathLab. And one of the most important things here is this calendar ribbon, that this is the week we're in. So here's today, Sunday the 22nd, and it says recommended. Become familiar with the exercise area and practice entering answers, because there's going to be a homework assignment due on Wednesday. So you want to get started. So this is this week, and then if you use this right arrow, it will take you to next week and the next week. And each of these little clock icons says there's something due on this date, and then it shows you what is due. So blue dots are homework assignments, gold boxes are quizzes. And you can click right on the assignment number if you want to go right to it. There are prerequisites for the assignment, so you can't go to a later assignment until you've finished the earlier assignments. I'll talk more about that when we get to the assignment list. The course documents, these are all the documents you might need for the class, the welcome letter that I sent to you, then the syllabus, and I'll do a separate video to talk about the syllabus. The course schedule, I'd strongly suggest that you print this out and have it somewhere where you see it often. This is my plan for how to present all the material for the course. There's textbook homework for this class above what's required from MyMathLab. So this is in addition to, not in place of. But MyMathLab doesn't do a good job of having you do graphing assignments. So most of these assignments are hand graphing assignments that I want to see your work and see your practice so that we can make sure you do a good job on the tests. Review exam 1, I'll be giving you a paper copy of that in class, and it's due the second Friday of class to give you time to remember how to do all these things. These are problems from my Math D Intermediate Algebra final exam. So the things you should already know how to do. So if you don't, take some time to review this first couple weeks and get up to speed. The e-text is the next thing that's available here, but that's also available under the learning aids. So you can go to whatever chapter you're working on, chapter 4, section 5, and if you select all, you can see what all the resources are that are available for section 4.5. So you see there's a chapter test prep video if you want to watch those. There's a PowerPoint presentation. So if you want to use the PowerPoint presentation for taking notes afterwards, say, or for looking through before the class where we talk about this, so you'll have some idea of what we're going to be doing. Then this is how you can go directly to the section of the digital textbook if you like. And then there's some extra videos if you're interested in watching videos. A lot of people find these videos helpful. The next button is going to be the online homework and quizzes. All the homework and quizzes show up now. If you only want to see homework, you can select homework only. Or if you only want to see quizzes, you can select that. Otherwise, it looks like they've finally fixed this so that the default is you see all of the assignments in sequence. So you'll see that there's an online quiz that's due Wednesday, February 17th, and you'll see each date that we have class. There's a pre-quiz. The pre-quizzes are worth a very small amount, and they're meant to take much less than 15 minutes. They're meant to be about 5-minute quizzes, but I gave you 15 minutes so you won't be rushed. So here's where you're going to click to go to all of the different homework assignments and quizzes. Notice some of them have green flags. If you hover over the green flag, that's a prerequisite flag. and it shows you that you need to score at least 70% on something else before you can even open that assignment. So the good news is, after each chapter, when we start a new chapter, the first section of each new chapter doesn't have a prerequisite, so that you can move on to the next chapter even if you haven't finished the previous chapter. Then the textbook homework assignments are also listed here, so make sure you have a copy of that. This is the solutions manual. So this is the instructor solutions manual. It has answers to all of the problems in the textbook. MyMathLab puts together a personalized study plan if you'd like to take advantage of this. It's paying attention when you're doing homework and quizzes and seeing how long it takes you and how many tries, and customizing a study plan for the things that you most need to work on. Then we have the grade book. This is where you'll find all of your grades in MyMathLab. So this circle will always be showing you your current grade in the course. If I was giving you a letter grade each day, this is where I would look to see what your letter grade is. If you want to see the details of the calculation, you can see how many points you've gotten for the homework, for the quizzes, for exams, and then you can see how much time you've spent and how much time total. I'm going to strongly suggest that you spend 8 to 12 hours working on homework outside of class. That's at least an hour every day. So I'm serious about that, and that is my expectation. So hopefully you have enough time in your budget to do that. So this is also where you come after you finish a quiz, if you want to see how you did and see what the correct answers were, and all the MyMathLab learning helps are available when you go to this area. I have a website where I will be putting some helpful things also, and this is the link so you can go directly to it. It's not set up for the semester yet, but it will be soon. Here's where I put movies that I make, if I make Screencast-O-Matic movies, and the movies for each section of the book. So you can see I made some. I started doing this at the end of the last time I taught Math 12, so there are a few movies already here. These author in action videos come from the publisher, and these Skills for Success and Tools for Success. Use those or don't use them as you find helpful. So let me go back to the homework and open a homework assignment. I can open them even if I haven't done the prerequisite, since I'm an instructor. But I want to show you that if you go to a homework problem and you want some extra help, here's where you go. Over on the right, there's Question Help. So if you've used MyMathLab in the past, this is a newish change that they've made where you can't see all these help me solve this and the textbook right out in the open. They're hidden under this question help. So it makes it a little cleaner and easier to use on a smaller device like a tablet. So help me solve this. We'll walk you through the exact problem you're working on step by step, asking you questions along the way and having you do steps. And once you've used that, you have to do another similar problem to get credit. So this red X says you didn't get the question correct, and so you need to do it again. But you can do that. You can just say, oh, I want to do number 4 again. And then notice also that over here, this is telling you which problem in the textbook. This is just like. It's just like chapter 1, section 1, problem number 37 in the book, if you want to look in the book and see what that type of problem is. So that's helped me solve this. You can look in the textbook. You can click Ask My Instructor and see how an email pops open, already pre-addressed to me, tells me which question you're working on. You need to type something here and tell me what your question is, or I'll just send it back to you and ask you what is your question. But send your question here and then click send, and it will send me an email, and I am very quick about responding. So that's the helps that are available in the homework. And if you have any other questions about MyMathLab, I hope you'll ask, and I would love it if you got started today or tomorrow. And if you haven't used it before, there's going to be kind of a learning curve, so give yourself some time to get familiar with the software.